And this guy is, the thing I like about Tony is he finds information, he works with the leading internet marketers, and we're so lucky to have somebody from Ireland, because I know a lot of the time, you know, with different seminars and everything, and you get international speakers, and they are fantastic, but it's fantastic, and I think you'll all agree to have somebody that's actually on our doorstep. And this guy, he's very, very down to earth. He makes things so simple. I don't know if anybody heard about him on the webinar recently, a few weeks ago. You did. Well, what did you think of him?
Very good night.
Yeah. He just makes things really, really simple. So for anybody who've been a bit baffled about the internet or not exactly sure what to do or how to take your business that step further, and some of you might even not have a business yet, but you want to get out of your job, I would say just pay really, really close attention to what Tony says, because he makes it ABC simple. So with that, I'd like to give you a huge, huge round of applause for Tony McCarthy, the Irish marketer.
So I'm Anthony McCarthy online. You heard Sean Roach mention it. Sean is a brilliant marketer. Why am I Anthony McCarthy online? Because AnthonyMcCarthy.com was the only domain name I could buy. I couldn't buy TonyMcCarthy.com. So honestly, if you don't have your domain name now as your actual name, buy it tonight. It's going to cost you the princely sum of anywhere between $7.95 to $20, depending on how much trouble you're going to have to get it. Buy.com if you can, because all the Americans use .com. Okay? It's very, very simple. The majority of our market is into America, and we'll go a bit more into that. So I'm Anthony McCarthy. I'm married with 5 kids. My son said not to point him out, so where is he? He's hiding. Oh, he's there. All right, that's my oldest boy. This thing works. There you go. There's my family. That keeps me busy. Okay? So I'll give you a bit of my history, but before we do, I want you just to relax. Okay? Just a small bit. Well, don't worry, we're not going to do any of this American stuff. We're going to stay nice and calm, okay? Because I know I used to sit down there, like, you know, I used to be sitting down here thinking, what's this fucking gobshite going to sell me today? What is he going to do? Jesus, there's no way he's getting money out of me anyway. I'm going to sit here, right? So the first thing I want you to do, very simple, because as I said, I'm not a public speaker, and you see, I'm going to use my notes, okay? And you can ask questions. If you think of questions, you can ask me. I know my accent is strange, Dad, but actually not for half. I'm only from Cork, so you can ask questions as you think of them. So would you do me a favour and look to the person to the left of you and smile? Everybody? What happened? You've now done the dumb thing for the day, so we can all have a bit of crack, okay? Because that's the dumbest thing I'm going to make you do all day. All right? It's very simple. So me, so far, I went to the North Monastery in Cork. If any of you know the God Bless the Christian Brothers, there's very little Christian about them. And they gave me an education. What I learned about in Christian Brothers is I didn't like to be educated. I started off at 16 mix and muck, which anybody in the construction business, my family go back. Actually, my cousins are the first of 25 generations that we go back that aren't plasters. Okay? Even my father, I have an uncle who's a developer, who's a solicitor, who's also a plasterer. You know, multitasking. I lived in Germany for a number of months, loved it. A bit like Sean, I loved the Germans. You know, I used to live with this family. A man used to go to sleep at 8 o'clock, between 8 o'clock and 8:15 every night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I thought I was going to kill myself, right? Couldn't hack it. I started sales at the age of 18. I came home from Germany, joined my father in the family business. A friend of his gave him a tile brochure. He walked in and in loving parent fashion said, sell them, and walked out. So then I had to learn all this thing about selling, and I actually enjoy sales and marketing, which is why I'm into the marketing. We then opened a 10,000 square foot ceramic tile business in Cork, a family business. We generated that up to 3 million, had a great time. The competition grew around us. We ignored it because we were king of the hill. And then we sold the property because the property was worth more than the business. And the first time I retired. Right? I went into kitchens and bathrooms, the civil tiles. I was also a professional kickboxer for long before it was cool. My son is into kickboxing now because it's all the cool thing. When we were doing it, nobody knew. Everybody thought it was mad, which is kind of ironic because people still think I'm mad when I say, yeah, what you do now, Tony? Well, you know, I own 3 businesses. That's grand. But what's the main thing you're doing? I'm an internet marketer. You're what? What? An internet marketer. What are you selling? Stuff. What type of stuff? Information. You can't sell information. Nobody buys information. Anyone go to school? Come on, anyone go to school? Anyone buy a school book? Well, you bought information. That's all it is. Okay? And that's the great thing about online. You're selling information. Okay? And I've done projects in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and all around the world. And this isn't just to say I'm fantastic and I'm brilliant and I'm great, because, you know, let's be honest, we get this, 3 years ago, I did one of my amazing things. I sold a contract for supplying kitchens to Cape Verde for €6 million. I got all my stuff sourced in Italy, I got a very good buying price, and I was made, okay? So we had money, great. We didn't have the money yet, but money was coming. So we did like most Irish people, and we bought them, didn't we? And it was fantastic, yeah. We learned this great thing called leverage. Wasn't leverage fantastic? I made 50 grand today. My father, who had been through a previous bust, would always say, well, can you go to Dunn's and buy the groceries with your leverage? No, but I made 50 grand. Where is it? That's in that house there. But you haven't made 50 grand. So we didn't believe him, and we continued and continued and continued. Like a number of people in the room, isn't that right, Sean? And this time, next year, we will be millionaires. There's myself and my partner, right? I'm the tall one. Okay? So we were going to have a fantastic life. And then what happened? No fault of any of ours. Bang. Property collapsed. And we all ended up like this. And the banks have our clothes. But it's okay, we're fine. There's nothing to worry about in Ireland. We're absolutely fantastic in Ireland, right? Because we're going to have these superheroes. We're very lucky in Ireland. We have 2 superheroes that are going to save us. And you don't know who these are? Anyone have an idea who these superheroes are? There they are. Okay? Because in 2 years' time, Brian Lennon, because of this, superpower called NAM is going to be sitting there going, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And what's Brian Cohen? And I know these guys personally not being blowhole. They're very nice guys. But Brian Cohen's going to be there and say it was all Albert's fault. It was all Albert's fault. Albert spent all the money. Or Bertie, or Charlie, or somebody else. Because we were completely and absolutely dependent on construction. I know I was. Okay? So now this is the American bit. Okay, the woo-woo bit that makes us all uncomfortable to talk about, all right? So the value you can add to your life is something I want to talk about. And I want to talk like, you know, I love Munster. Now, the reason there's floods in Limerick at the moment is you have to give us back to Thomond Park, okay? It goes back to Musgrave Park, but I'll say that's fine, okay? The value you can add to Ireland. What is the value? No one person can make a difference, can they? Well, that's not true, because if everyone in this room makes 200 grand next year and you pay your taxes into Ireland, what happens? We do better, okay? And it's not about making money in Ireland, it's about bringing money into Ireland, unlike you two, all right? We like to pay our taxes here because we support. The more money that's made here, we're rocking and rolling, okay? So we can get our fame back, absolutely, because this is what I'm doing, right? For my next 3-year business plan to be straight. I'm doing a €6 million euro contract below in Cape Verde, starting in March. It actually has finally started. It's all outsourced, so it's not a problem. It's a trick I learned on the internet. Why do it yourself when you can get someone else to do it? It's a tough question, isn't it? So if somebody else does it and I get the money, that's bad. You couldn't do that. We're Irish. We can't. That's hard work. We've got to get up in the morning. I used to go out every morning into the showrooms. We'd 7 of them countrywide at one stage. I was distributing to. Every morning up at 7:30 into my suit, on my watch. This is the first time I've worn a shirt. I actually got to go buy a new one yesterday because I haven't put a shirt on in 6 weeks. I don't go around naked. Relax. Not a good picture to have. All right, but I wear a tracksuit and a t-shirt because I can work where I want, when I want. And there's my office. Okay? My office is on an iPhone. All right? And we'll go through a bit more of that later. So the main focus is making money online. Why? And it's simple. And we're probably going to be faster than 90 minutes here because I'm going to get a racehorse. Why they choose making money online? It's a global market. The population of Ireland goes through Euston Station in London every day. But for the last 5 years, 10 years, we got very self-important. And the only manufacturing we do in Ireland, the only manufacturing we do is chemicals or construction. And the problem we have in the next 3 years, and not being all doom and gloom and negative, but the reality problem that we have in the next 3 years is consumer confidence is rated to house buying. And when NAMA comes in and solves all the problems for the banks, do you think they're going to give any developer in Ireland any money in the next 3 years? Of course they're not, because they get hammered if they do. This is the other great thing. Anybody not Irish? Great. All right. Well, you're adopted. Congratulations. We're accepted everywhere. Do you know why? Because we invaded no one. Okay, we couldn't keep him out. No offense to Nick, where is he? Right? We couldn't even keep him out. We invaded no one. So with an Irish passport, the minute you say, which is why, ironically, I'm the Irish marketer online, the amount of emails I get off people saying, oh, you're Irish, are you? Yeah. That's great. I have a great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather who was smart. Now, that will get them to play on the Irish team, but it doesn't make you Irish, but they're Irish anyway. Okay? So I can work from home. As I said, I have 5 kids. I get to see my kids every single day. I built an office in the backyard, which I rarely go to. I can do my homework with them, the kids' homework with them. I see my family every day. When I was working 6 to 7 days a week, I didn't do that. Okay? I never saw them because I had to work harder. It's not about working hard, it's about working smarter. And I work my hours. Okay? So I can sit up at 12 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the morning tonight if I want and work. I can work when I want. I don't have shop hours to dictate to me when I went to work. I have never held a job in my life. I have never done a job interview in my life. And that's what I thought up to 2 years ago. I didn't. I just created a job for myself. I never created a lifestyle. I never created what I wanted. I just created a job for myself. All right? And I talk to literally thousands of people every day without leaving my house. No. Anybody in the retail business? No. All right. Let's pretend you are to help this. Jesus. All right? So if I could get you to speak to the population of Limerick every day, do you think it would be good? If I could get them to give you $1 every day, all right, they are, come on, machine. There's 25,698 males in Limerick. Is there actually anyone from Limerick here? Okay, isn't it amazing? And no disrespect to Limerick, no, Pat, because he'd clock me on about. The situation is, you know, all the people, do you know, all the people who had to travel came and all the people who was on his doorstep didn't. Funny mentality, right? Females, 26,841. All right, that's a total of 52,539 people. If you could get them to come in your door every day and give you $1, because everything now on the internet, by the way, is dollars, okay? It's the global currency online. Just accept that that's the way it is. Would you be happy? Would you like it? All right, okay. Well, I speak to 35,000 people from my computer every day, all right, via my list, which is something I'll show you in a minute, Facebook and other social media, right? 35,000 people, and that's growing exponentially. All right? It'll grow today when I'm standing here, all right? Because I'm driving traffic and I know how to do it. Okay? And the other side that was there that I skipped across is, the amazing thing about this is they are interested in what I have to say. Why is that? Because they're in my niche. Now let's get rid of niche, okay? Who understands niche, who doesn't? All right, anyone? All right, niche is very complicated.